So, first let's just talk about, I just want you to expand a little bit on how companies have gotten involved with supporting domestic violence events.
Begin by thinking about their own internal policies,
Okay.
how they support survivors, what they can do, and they can also get involved. They can get involved and make connections to community-based organizations that
good
do this
idea.
work.
Yeah.
Right. So if you go to our website, there are just so many community-based organizations. So if you are, let's say, this is a major law firm, this major law firm can connect with a community-based organization that provides legal services
Absolutely.
for domestic violence
Oh,
survivors who
right.
often need matrimonial services, sometimes immigration services. If you are a company that sells dresses, let's say,
Yeah.
I don't know, or creates clothing.
Right.
There are lots of ways that you can connect with organizations that run domestic violence shelters. People don't recognize that when a domestic violence survivor leaves, often it's just with the clothes on their back, the clothes on the back of their children.
That's what I was talking about with survivors last
and
week.
they go into
That's
shelter
terrible.
with nothing, and have to rebuild their lives. And so companies who if you are in clothing, there are ways
Absolutely.
to connect to community-based organizations that run shelters that will be happy to connect with you
Of course.
to be able to help survivors in that way. So there's so many ways. Children, if you make toys, right, they leave with nothing. They leave often with the clothes on their back and maybe a few things that they've happened to grab. And they're rebuilding their lives. And I think if we stop a second and say, what if I had to leave my very nice home and only left with my pocketbook and maybe a few things that I was able to grab in a bag? How would that feel?
Right.
What would that mean? And how can you kind of envisioning that now? And there you understand what a survivor's going through and going into shelter and trying to rebuild your life this way. And so all of those things.
Lots of ways
and
that companies can help.
can connect, and you can connect with CBOs, and they would be more than happy to think about how they can work with you. So that's one very concrete way. Books. Think about that, books.
Oh, of
Important thing. We have children in shelter.
Yeah.
We have children in shelter. We have children in our family justice centers who come every day, who are there, who we are trying to engage. These issues are really important, and when you just stop and step back a second, there's so much you can do, including volunteering time. There are lots of companies who organize and connect with community-based
Right.
organizations. They do that a lot in the food world, right?
Yeah,
So they
that's
go
true.
and they serve at a pantry.
Yeah, that's right.
There are ways that you can connect and volunteer and serve domestic violence survivors in a one-to-one way. And these organizations that are out there are happy to help you think about how you can do that.